everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I put false eyelashes on myself and as well as tips for how I put them on my clients. Let's get started. I'm going to be using the Kiss 11s. I really like these for bridesmaids and for brides who want more of an effortless look. They really give a lovely flutter, but they're nothing like overly heavy. So one thing you need to know is just how to get them off the package because they are all on here with a little bit of glue. So you want to take your finger and actually pull them down gently. If you just rip them off, sometimes the little clusters will come off of the lash band and we don't want that. Just gonna pull them down. And there are. Each lash has a left and a right. If you're using this style, which is a demi-wispy, the shortest part of the lash is on the inside and the longest part of the lash is on the outside. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you keep them on the right sides. The next most important step is to make sure that you measure them. For most people, the lashes are a little bit too long. It's kind of like when you get a dress, like a bridesmaid's dress. It's usually too long because it's made to fit lots of different heights. So same thing for lashes, they're made to fit different size eyes. So you need to cut them. If you've ever seen those people that they look like their lashes, like their eyes are kind of like falling down, it's because their lashes are too long. So you're gonna wanna put it on your eye without any glue so that the front of the lash band lines up pretty much with where your natural lashes start. And then check out where the end is. Now, I don't need to trim these, but if you did, you would trim from the longest part of the lash, not the shortest part of the lash. If you trim from the shortest part of the lash, it's gonna look very abrupt and you're gonna see where the lashes start. You wanna trim from the end. Okay, next is the glue. I like the Callus glue. It's a latex-free glue, and I use it in black. Now, if you've never applied lashes before, or if it's harder for you, I would definitely stick with the clear one. But once you get some more practice, I like black better because as the lashes wear throughout the day, the clear or the white, like the duo glue, they start to look kind of like gray or like chalky almost. And I really don't like how that looks on pictures, especially on brides, when they do that lovely like looking down picture and you see the flare of the lash. So I like to use black glue, but you do have to be very precise so that you don't get it up on your lash line. For a bride, I would make a little puddle of glue on a separate palette and I would pull the lashes through it. If this is your own glue, you could just put it right over the lash band. But if it's not, if you're doing this on a client, you need to make sure that it goes on a separate palette so there's no cross-contamination. Okay, so I just put in glue on the palette and then I'm gonna drag the lashes through the glue so I can get it from one end to the other of the lash. Okay, a couple of things. Sometimes people have issues getting the lashes to stay on and then move around too much. It's because you haven't let the glue dry. You need to let it get tacky for about 30 seconds to a minute. And also make sure that you don't have any glue stuck on your fingers because the lashes will stick to your fingers and they won't adhere to your lash line. So they've been sitting long enough. Now it's important to make sure that you have glue on, especially the inner corner. Okay, so we're gonna start with the left lash. And I'm gonna start by looking down and getting it just on top of my lashes. You want to try to get it as close to your lash line as possible. So I start in the middle and then get the ends. There's a reason YouTubers don't do this on camera. It's not always the easiest thing, so if you're having a little bit of trouble, honestly, that's normal. It's easier to do them on someone else than it is to do them on yourself, at least for me. And in speaking with clients, they seem to feel the same way, that putting on lashes is actually not very easy. Okay, so once they're on, you're gonna push them up a little bit to open them. There you go. And then we'll still put on mascara and some more liner to fill in this here so it looks a little bit more natural. inner corner. Make sure you really get it in there. You're gonna push up. And they are on. So if I'm doing this on a client, I want to let the lashes dry, so I'll go do another part of their makeup. So for you, maybe you want to go do your brows, put your lipstick on, and then come back. So once your lash is on, you're going to want to touch up this inner corner here. Because right now, to me, like, I can see that these are fake lashes, especially because there's this big line of separation here. So I want to fill that in so it's not so obvious. And then go over the lash band, especially if you've used clear glue, to cover up the band, because sometimes you can see the little white stickies. And also like just the texture of the band. You want to go in there and make sure it's all covered. Okay, same thing on the other side. Okay, and already that's looking a little bit better. But now I want to take some mascara and get these inner corner lashes and also put it on my regular lashes so it'll help mesh the false ones and the real ones together. Mascara, over here. You don't really want to put too much on the false lashes, but you do want to get it on yours and push them into the lash. You might even take your pinky and work them together. This also, putting your pinky here helps keep you from getting mascara on your eyeshadow. Taking out this inner corner. If you're doing this on a client, you want to ask them to look the opposite direction. So for this side, I want them to look this way, and I can go in here so that they're not staring at the wand. But for yourself, you just kind of got to get in there. And really get those little baby lashes. If your lashes get stuck, if the lower lashes want to join the party, like they did here, I usually will take the edge of a Q-tip or a brush and just separate them. And that's all. Now, if you've never worn lashes before, they do kind of feel like a mistake. At the beginning, they can feel heavy, especially if you've done one with a thicker band than these. These are nice because they have a really thin band. And so it makes them a lot lighter and a lot easier to apply. But if you have heavier ones, know that as you wear them, you will get more used to the feeling of it. Sometimes people say like that's what all they can see is like heavy lash. But as you wear them, and if you curl your lashes, it makes it a lot easier to see. The last step is going to be to curl your lashes. So I'm using a Japanese lash curler. It's very tiny. A lot of times people think it's a nail clipper. But I really like this because you can be very precise and really get in there to all the tiny little lashes. Okay, going in at the base, curl. I don't know if you can tell on here, but in person, this eye looks much higher. Also, make sure the mascara is dry before you do this. Okay, and we are all set. If you have any tips for applying lashes, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know what you do. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much.